Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel, and this is your tip of the week. In this tip I'm going to talk about large grommets that are used on curtains and draperies. And here is a product that is made by Dritz. These are plastic grommets. In each kit you will get a set of 8 grommets. So if you look at the curtain here, for each fold in the curtain you need 2 grommets. Now a standard width of a curtain panel is roughly 50 inches. So if you have 2 panels on your window, you will need 2 sets of these grommets. When you look at your grommets, on one of them you will see all of the grooves on the inside. This one goes on the front side of your drapes. On this one, you will see little spiky things on it. This one goes on the back side of your drapes. On the package of the grommets, it doesn't give you a lot of information for the preparation of your fabric before you put the grommets on. I think it just assumes you already know. One of the things I've learned, and it was done through trial and error, I've only made about 3 sets of draperies in my life, and it was all trial and error. So I learned that at the top of the drapery panel, you need a section that's maybe 4 inches wide at least, that's got some type of interfacing on it. And this is fusible interfacing. It's a medium weight. One side is very shiny. That's where the glue side is. Here's my fabric for the front of the drapery panel. This has the pattern on it. On the back side, I've already fused the interfacing on. The instructions are on your package for fusing. It's really, really easy. Then, of course, you take some type of lining fabric and you put it over that interfacing. In the kit, you'll get this little plastic template and you will see little grooves in a circular pattern. That's where you're going to draw. So you place it on your drapery fabric. I'm doing it on the front. And you're going to trace with a pencil or even a fabric marker if you prefer. This won't be seen. These lines will be covered up. So when you're done, it's going to look like this. You'll have 4 little curved lines. Now on the package instructions, it doesn't tell you to pin your layers of fabric together. I wish it did. So I highly recommend you place straight pins around the circle. Then take your fabric and with your lining there, fold it in half, and then with scissors, cut a little hole. Then open it up. Then you're going to cut out towards the circle. Now also on the instructions it doesn't tell you to do this next thing. So what you're doing is you're cutting out towards the circle, and then you're going to cut just on the inside line of your drawn lines. Don't cut right on the drawn lines because you risk having the circle too big. That happened to me. So I'm just speaking through experience. So continue cutting your circle out. Take the piece of the grommet that has all the grooves on it in there, place it on the underside, and push it down. Now, if it's too tight and you can't get it in, then of course cut just a little bit more off of your circle. Then once you have it down in there, then take the other section of the grommet and place it on top and push it down on the fabric. One time on a pair of drapes that I was making, and it was actually my first set of drapes, my fabric was kind of unraveling at the circles, and so I used something called fray check to put around the edge of the circle. I'm not saying you have to do this, but if you run into that problem, I recommend something like this. I get many requests from beginner sewers saying, what should I start with? How much fabric should I buy? I get asked this quite often. One of the things I recommend is don't overbuy when you're just getting started. Buy small pieces, work with that small piece, then when you feel a little more confident, go back and get another small piece of fabric. So you could start with this, which is called a fat quarter. It is 18 by 20 to 21 inches. And these are pretty affordable if you look for sales. Often stores will have these fat quarters on sale. So let me show you a couple of things you can make out of just this one fat quarter. This is a sachet bag, and all it is a narrow piece of fabric folded in half. The edges are folded over at the top and it's stitched along the sides. And then on the back, you put a little piece of ribbon and you stitch it. So if you've just recently been handed Grandma's sewing machine and all it has is a straight stitch and hopefully a zigzag stitch, you'd be able to make this. So you don't need a fancy sewing machine. So if you're a beginner, don't run out and buy a $20,000 sewing machine. Look for one, it's $150 to $200, okay? Now, here's another item you can make. This is a personal tissue holder. So it's got a piece of fabric on the bottom, two pieces of fabric on top that are folded in half, and then you stitch it around the edge. So just out of this one fat quarter, you can make these two items. So let's say you've made those first two items I showed you, and you would like to make more. What I suggest next is look for something called fat eighths. They're 4.5 inches by 42 inches, and you get all of these different colors in it. So you could make more of those items you just made, and now you're getting ready for Christmas, or maybe you even want to sell some things for a local charity event. So this is a good item to purchase if you want to make more of the same thing, but in a variety of colors. So now let's say you're really feeling confident. How much fabric should you buy now? Well, you can buy this. It's called a fat quarter pack. And most of them have 5 pieces of fabric in it that are also 18 by 20 to 21 inches wide. I wish they would put 6 in a package, but they don't. So let me show you something really easy you can make out of these. These are fabric napkins, and they take 1 fat quarter. So you could buy 1 or 2 packages of fat quarter packs, and it's coordinated fabric. It all works together, and you can make some nice dinner napkins. So I'm going to open this one up, and I'll show you just how easy it is to do this. All it is that the edges are folded over and stitched down. That's all it is. Real easy. If you're a beginner or you've just been sewing for just a little while, don't let someone talk you in to taking on a big quilt with a lot of pieces to it. If you really want to start quilting, you can either get something called panel fabric, which is 1 large piece of fabric, and make a quilt out of it. Or, remember that fat quarter pack I showed you? You can take those fat quarters. Now this has 6. You can take 2 fat quarter packs if you want, and it'll make, this one made a lap quilt using 6. So if you want something larger, you could put 2 packs together. These are really simple to make, just stitching them together, 1/4 inch seam. And then on the back, you could put 1 solid piece of fabric on it. And this one, the edges of the fabric on the back is just rolled over to the front and stitched down to cover the raw edges of the quilt. So if you want to start making a quilt, start with this one. Well, I hope this tip of the week was helpful to you. Now, below your YouTube screen are going to be a lot of the links that you can click on for a variety of projects. All those projects that you see behind me, there will be a link down there. You'll also see a link to a playlist where you can go and watch all my tips of the week. A lot of viewers tell me they binge watch them because they're so informative. So I highly recommend, if you're new to sewing, you review those other tips of the week. Now don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.